This is round 2. Attempt number 1 to get into the Facebook group didn't work. I thought I was going live in the Facebook group in the event, but it didn't show up on the screen. So I am really hoping that this is now in the right place, and that some people will be able to watch me. Good. We've got numbers on the screen. This is good. If you are here, please say hello. I'm just going to check on my tablet that I'm in the right place, and that I can then see comments at the same time. Hurrah! Looks like we're in the right place. Right, let's just turn that off a minute. Don't want to hear myself coming back. Hello, finally. Okay, cool, brilliant. Thank you, Sally. Hi, I am here. And so it is Liz, and so is Amber and Jodie. Oh, Amber, I thought you were, I can't remember, I thought you were busy tonight. I thought you were doing some game thing or something. Oh, I can't remember, never mind. Apologies if you've been waiting for me. I have been live, but I was in completely the wrong place. Hi Dee. Oh Dee, I've got to tell you, my tulips are still going strong. They are absolutely stunning. So thank you so much for them. They're really lovely. Hi Carol, hi. Yeah, I tried to go live in the event, technical Facebook speak for those of you who understand all this, because that's what my tablet told me it wanted me to do. Hi Marion, hi Mum. But for some bizarre reason, it wouldn't let me, and now it keeps sending me reminders to tell me that I'm overdue to go into my event. So I don't know, it's having a fit. Let's just ignore it and pretend it's not happening. Hi everybody who's joining, this is wonderful. We've got loads of people. It feels like absolutely forever since I've done a live like this, even though it was only 3 weeks ago, and for that I apologise. I know it's normally the last Thursday of the month. Anybody new that's watching for the first time, it usually is the last Thursday in the month, but this month the last Thursday is next week, which is school half term for us, and also Darren, my husband's 50th birthday, and my mum's 75th birthday, who's Pauline, who's on the call. So it's all really exciting. We're having all the family over here for a bit of a do, and so yeah, thought I might not remember to do card club, and we might be a bit busy for card club anyway, so hence why we're having card club tonight instead. So thank you for bearing with me, and not minding that we're a bit out of sync really. But anyway, lots of people joining, I can see, which is brilliant. Just have a quick slurp of my tea. If you're joining, whether it's for the first time or the 100th time, say hi in the chats, that would be lovely. Love to see people and know who's here. I can see a few faces popping up in the little pictures in the corner of my screen, but always lovely to know who's here. Fantastic. Okay, so what have I got to say to start with tonight? Let's give you some kind of news and events and stuff. So the first thing was to say thank you to everybody who has given me comments back about the new branding, the little robins, yeah, the new letterheads and everything on the emailing, and the Facebook page and the YouTube channel, all that stuff. Really excited about it. It's been in the works for quite a long time. So I'm really excited that finally we've got to publish things, and that is not the last of it. So, and I'm even more excited that you all love it as well. That's really brilliant. So yeah, that's not the last of it at all. I'm having a website refresh at the moment, and about to launch my new website, which will also have all the same branding, obviously. And it will be your one-stop shop for everything. So you will be able to access all the recorded lives. You'll be able to go into the YouTube channel, Facebook page, the shop. I'll be putting extra projects on there, so there'll be new things for you to follow and see and do. There'll be projects that you can make from the stash that you've already got at home. There'll be new products on display, tips, tricks, new techniques, loads of stuff. Really exciting. Yeah, I think there might quite not be enough hours in the day for all the things I've got planned to go on there. But obviously all the classes and workshops and everything will still come to you direct every week. Anything you can sign up for, what's happening in the week, what things you'll need to be able to join in, all that stuff. So all of that you get access to if you can just subscribe to my mailing list, because that's the easiest way for me to send information directly to you and make sure that you've got it in a timely fashion and everything. So yeah, anybody who's joining who's not on my mailing list, do please email me and let me know. Email address is on the Facebook page and all the other channels. So if you want to be added, then do that. That'd be great. Okay, what else have I got to tell you? So tonight we're going to be making 4 cards with the kit that you've had already sent to you in the post. Those of you who've had a kit in the post. If you've not had a kit in the post, you are more than welcome to stay and watch. We love to have new people join us, so that is absolutely fine. If you've got product that you can craft along with at the same time, feel free. And if you haven't, maybe having a watch this month will make you want to sign up for next month. So you get a kit of 4 cards to make, or 4 projects to make. This time it's 4 cards. Next month we're going to be doing a 3D project as well. We've got a little box to make, a little gift box to make next time as well. And so you get all the bits and pieces, all the product, and I will make the cards live with you, step-by-step instructions. So yeah, and it's all brand new product from, let me show you, from this catalogue, which is the Spring Summer Mini. We're going to be doing something with the lovely windmill today, actually. And also just a quick reminder that we are using some things out of the Saleabration catalogue as well. I know loads of you have taken the opportunity to stock up on all your favourite things and some new stuff and get freebies from the Saleabration brochure. This runs out next week. I think it finishes, I think the end of February is next week, isn't it? It finishes on the 28th of February anyway, so you don't have much more time left. If you've been loving all the things that I've shared and the projects that we've made together and stuff, and you want to get some of the freebies, particularly the papers, things like the rainbow papers and the daffodil papers, you've only got till the 28th to be able to qualify for those, and then they're gone, and they don't bring things back from Saleabration. So if you want Saleabration goodies, please do get them now. Okay. What else have I got to tell you? Daffodil Delight workshop. So the last day to sign up and pay for my very first in 2 whole years in-person workshop is tomorrow. It's Daffodil Delight. So we're going to be making daffodil projects, obviously, using the Daffodil Delight suite from the Spring Summer catalogue, and also the free papers from Saleabration. It's the first time, like I say, that it's going to be an in-person, actual face-to-face. We can chat properly, a proper old get-together. So that'll be really good. Coffee and homemade cakes here at my house. It is not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, the 26th, from 10 till 12. So if you want to join, I'd love to have some more people join me for that. I've got a beautiful new crafting space to share with you. There's loads of room. We've got an enormous table that seats 12. So we'll be able to pull it right out, and I've limited places to 8 places, but I do have a few places still going spare. So if you'd like to join us, I would love to see some more faces around the table. It'd be lovely to have some more of you here. For us to have a good old catch up and proper kind of face-to-face crafting. And you don't need anything for that workshop other than if you could bring your adhesives with you, like we used to. Do you remember in the old days when we used to all craft together around a table? So you just need to bring your tapes and glues and what have you, whatever you've got, and I will supply everything else. So that's cool. And then we've got 3 workshops coming up in March for you to think about. So we've got Coffee Club on the 11th of March, which is already booked and ready to go. However, if you want to join me for around the table, in person, face to face on that day, I am doing an in-person in the morning on that morning. So the 11 o'clock one will be an in-person. So if you'd still like to join me for that, then there is still time to get to book in for that one. I've still got some spaces for the in-person coffee club, so do let me know if you'd like to do that. It's £5, whether you do in person or on Zoom. It's £5. The evening will still be on Zoom. Then we've got a new one, Kit Together. Everybody needs to order their own kit online, bring their kit with them, and we will have a get together around the table. No extra charge, only that you need to bring your kit with you. And I'll supply refreshments and homemade cakes and stuff, so be lovely to see some more people to craft with. Evelyn and I have got yes, Amber, I've got space for daffodils, so you are more than welcome to join us. That'd be great. Yeah, so the Kit Together is here in my house again. Evelyn is going to be joining us as well, and she's got a brand new exciting kit that I hope will have arrived by then, coming in the post. It's a home decor piece that she's going to be making. So it's kind of like a notice board, message memory board thing, which looks really cool actually. So she's going to be doing that, and I'm going to be doing the new birthday card kit. With the candles and the birthday cakes and stuff on. You'll have seen photos of that, I'm sure, already. But there are loads of kits online. Yeah, if you want to, if you'd like to join me for that, then that would be amazing. And you can choose whatever kit you want to bring. It's completely up to you. Just go into the online store, check on the kits section and choose the kit that you want, but you need to be ordering that now in order to make sure that you've got it in time for bringing with you on the 5th of March. So that's a Saturday morning. Again, it's 10 till 12. So other than purchasing your kit, it's completely free. So please do come. Obviously let me know you're coming so I can make enough cake. Okay, and the final one will be this monthly card club again, which is on the 31st of March, so right at the end of the month as normal, and there'll be an email going out about that. Booking will open for that tomorrow. So anyway, hopefully that's enough to keep you busy and keep you thinking. Enough chatter, let's get on with some crafting, shall we? Okay, so bear with me a moment while I just have a little rearrangement here. I'm just going to turn the camera down and find the cards to be able to show you. So, okay, meantime, do keep letting me know, keep telling me, oh, there we go. I was going to say for a moment there, I was having a slight panic that the camera wouldn't turn round, which is not helpful. There we go. Anyway, yeah, let me know. Do chat to me in the chat. Okay, let's turn the light on there. Hopefully that's better. A bit more light on the subject. Right, okay, so you should have a kit of bits that looks a bit like this one. Ooh. And there's even a chocolate bar in there somewhere. Hopefully your kit of bits has not come apart, and you've got all the bits and pieces that you need in a nice little neat pile. If you can get yours out of the envelope in the neat pile like that, that's absolutely the best way to do it, because I will then be able to go through the cards one at a time, and you'll have them kind of in the right order, if you like. So you should also have a raffle ticket and a little bag of goodies. Loads of little bits and pieces in this bag, so we'll take them out kind of as we need them, I would say, rather than getting them all out in one go. So I'll put my chocolate to one side. I'm quite sure that when Evelyn comes back from swim training, she will immediately want to dive into that, which is fine. So let me show you the cards that we're going to be making first. Here is card number 1. A little rainbow for you, a little something to brighten your day. I just really wanted to be able to finish off the month with these beautiful rainbow papers, because they are stunning. They really are. So these are the free ones that you get in Saleabration. I just wanted us to be able to make the most of them while they're kind of still current, to be honest. So that is why we've got these. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 is You Can Bug Me Anytime, which again, we've done a couple of things with the little ladybird, and I thought, why not? Let's have another go with the ladybird. This time I'm going to introduce you to the stamp set that goes with the ladybird bundle, and also this amazing die which you've got in your kit, which I can't even remember what it's called. I will find it anyway while you're crafting. I will find it at some point. So you are going to need some leaf and flower stamps to go with this particular card if you're going to stamp as you go along. Obviously you don't have to. You can, you know, just watch and then rewind the video later and do it at another time. Completely up to you. But there is that option if you want to stamp along. Okay, so that's card number 2. I'm losing card number 1 here. Card number 3 is this beautiful, beautiful windmill. This is our technique card for tonight. And I have been, Amber, I hope you appreciate this. I have been so kind to you, I cannot tell you. All of our shapes are punched and die cut. There isn't a single bit of fussy cutting for you tonight at all. Not one iota. And this windmill even has self-adhesive backing to it. How nice am I? Too nice, way too nice. For some reason my chat seems to have stopped on my iPad, so I'm just going to go back out and back in. Bear with me a minute, because I really would like to be able to see the comments as they're coming up. Haha, that's better. I think I can see. Can I see them now? Can I see them now? No, the comments. I'm going to have to minimise my screen to be able to see your comments. Never mind. Amber says, I really like the leaf die. Yeah, it's a really lovely leaf die, actually. Normally we have quite kind of oval-shaped leaves, not these big kind of almost like lettuce leaves, aren't they? They're lovely. It is a really lovely die, actually. You love me. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I think you're going to really like this. The windmill. It's just, yes, really lovely. And I'll talk more about the windmill later on. And then finally, the card for you to make up on your own after the class is this one, which is the hugs card. And it's just pretty simple. I'll go through how to assemble it later on at the end, but it's just a really pretty die, and I thought it just went really well with the lovely papers. Again, Saleabration papers. This is, I can't remember what they're called now. Let me just have a quick look in the brochure and I will tell you which ones they are. They're the marbling papers. Some of you have already got these, actually. Simply Marvellous, that's right. So yeah, we used the other side previously. I'll show you on this purple one. So we used that side, I think, in Coffee Club when we were making up the little ladybird, but we're going to use the that reminds me of the old-fashioned Galaxy advert. It's kind of the silk. That's what it reminds me of, a piece of silk fabric. Anyway, don't mind me. Amber saying something odd about the chat. If we get too many comments, it falls off the bottom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my chat tonight. What I like to do is to be able to have the screen big so that I can make sure that what I'm putting on the grid paper is within shot and you can see it. But at the same time, I really want to be able to see the comments, but it's really difficult to do that at the same time. And for some reason, the comments just freeze when I open the screen up. So anyway, if you can't see what I've got on the table in front of me, you'll have to let me know. Okay, so let's go back to our cards. Our first card tonight is going to be the lovely rainbow. So you are going to need the bottom pile from your layer of cards. So you're going to need, let me get that out of the way. You're going to need the pale blue card base. You're going to need the die cut with the rainbow shapes already cut out of them, and the piece of lovely stripy patterned paper, or you've got spots on the other side, so I guess you could have a spotty rainbow if you prefer. Personally, I like a stripy rainbow. And then we're going to need some little bits out of our bag as well. So we're going to need the blue clouds and the white clouds. So basically all the clouds in your bag. So let me see if I can fish these out without the ladybird and the everything else falling out at the same time. But I can't. Let's give it a go. Might have to tip it all out and tip it back in again, I think. Ooh, here we go. Oh, there's a couple of clouds. So you should have a whole set of clouds, which is 4 clouds. Is a complete set. You might have things that are stuck to each other. If you can't see them immediately in your bag, don't assume that they're not in there, because everybody was sent 4 clouds. So you just might need to fish around a bit in your bag to find them. Okay, so we're going to start by putting our clouds out of the way. Get them right out of the way so that you don't stick them to anything by accident. And you're going to need to start by sticking the patterned paper, whichever side you decide to use, to the back of your rainbow shape. Now, in order for everybody to have a piece of this lovely stripy paper, I have had to cut it very precisely. So you will find that it only just fits on behind your die cuts. Okay, so you are going to need to be careful about how you stick it on, otherwise you'll find that you've got a hole in your rainbow. Okay, but that was purely because I wanted everybody to be able to get a bit of the stripy paper, and it is too long for the die cut as well, so you will have to trim it off in a moment too. So let's do that bit first, shall we? So I am just going to stick my patterned paper. Oops, let's get it right over. I'm going to stick it from the back, because that's the easiest way I find to be able to line it up and make sure that I've not got any kind of empty spaces behind. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stick every single stripe of the rainbow. I'm going to stick a bit of wet glue in this corner, and I'm going to stick a bit of wet glue around the actual rainbow. And let me get out my pot of glues and stuff. To make it easy for me, I'm not going to put gallons of glue everywhere, and I am not going to stick the straight sides and edges. So just going to put it over the top, and I'm going to kind of wiggle it around till I can see that it has most definitely covered everything that I want it to. The easiest way is to line it up with this bottom edge and, oops, let's get it just a little bit over, and that side edge over there, because it will cover it. There we go. So you want it to just go right up to the gap on that side and level with the base of the card. And then when you turn it over, you should have a piece with no holes down the side, and then you can trim it off. I'm just going to get my snips and just trim off the top here. You don't have to be too precise about how you trim that bit. It can go behind. That's not a problem, because you're then going to stick this whole piece flat down onto the card. Now, ideally, if you wanted the card to be full of lovely dimension, then you would put all this on 3D pads. But because I want to make sure that there's absolutely no gaps, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to stick it flat down onto the card, and then stick this flat down onto the card front as well. And I'm doing all of this before I'm even creasing and folding the card, because that gives me even more opportunity in a minute to really stick this down firmly when I crease it. So, line of glue all around the outside, grab the card base, flip my rainbow over, and then I'm just going to stick that in place. So I've got an even border all the way around the outside. And just sticking that down completely flat onto the card. And when you really want to stick something firmly and you've used wet glue, it's always good to turn the whole project over and give it a real good press from the back as well. Wet glue dries quite quickly, but even so, it's worth turning it over and giving it a real good shove. I'm just gonna grab my bone folder, which I was using earlier on, so I stupidly put it back in the drawer. There we go. Okay, so just now folding the card base over, and nice firm crease along the bottom. And like I said, that gives you the opportunity to give that side a good press again and make sure it stays put. Okay, so next thing is for us to find a sentiment for that lovely cloud, the white cloud, because that's where the sentiment is going, inside the white cloud. So I am going to use the stamp set that goes with this suite, which is Rainbow of Happiness. It gives you lots of individual rainbows, so you can make up your own rainbow colours in this stamp set, and a couple of sentiments as well. The one that I've used for this one is a little something to brighten your day, because it fits inside the cloud really nicely. So that's the one I'm going to use. And as this cardstock is Night of Navy, that's the colour I'm going to use as well. So nice juicy new ink pads I've got. Just going to turn it so I can see the cloud a minute. Let me just see which way I want my cloud up. I hope. Yeah, there we go. That's come out okay. Let's give my stamp a bit of a clean on the Stampin' Scrub. So who is crafting along with me tonight? Who is actually making up their kit? And who's waiting till later? I'm also going to add, actually, I'm going to deviate from my original. I'm going to add some little raindrops as well, because that also, you see on the stamp set, there's some little hearts, some spots, little kind of, I don't even know what that is. I guess you'd put that at the base of the rainbow, wouldn't you? It's almost like earth kind of pattern. But there's also these cute little raindrops. So I'm going to add some of those as well to the side of my cloud, just because I've got a space. So why not? There we go. Carol's crafting, fabulous. Who else is crafting along? Is it just me and Carol? Surely not. Or are you all trying to stick your rainbow paper in the right place? That could be it. Oh, Liz is crafting. Brill. Wonderful, wonderful. Anybody else? Let's get my block out of the way. Okay. Now, my clouds, all of my clouds, my little blue ones and my white one, are all the things that give this project the dimensions. So they all are on 3D pads. Oh, Mum's crafting too. Brilliant. Fab. Okay. So I am going to stick 3D pads on the back of all of my clouds, all in one go. And then I'm going to peel them off and stick them down. You will find with most die cuts that there's a side that you prefer and a side that you don't like once you've cut out your die cut shapes. And I don't think this is particular to, you know, our machines or anything like that. I think this is the same with all machines. So choose the side that you like the best, either because you like the orientation of it, of the shape once it's cut out, or because the surface is slightly smoother, or the edges are more rounded, or whatever it is. Then I'm going to peel the backs off. Try and put the bits in the bin as I go so that I don't get, because I'm using mini dimensionals so that they're they're perfect for these little tiny clouds. Val is doing pyrography. Wow, Val, I'm impressed. Fab. And then I'm gonna stick my little clouds on, but the backings of these little mini dimensionals get everywhere, let me tell you, absolutely everywhere. After I've been crafting with these, I quite often find them on my bedroom floor, in my underwear, all kinds of places that you really wouldn't want to find dimensionals. Don't ask me how they get there, I have no idea. Anyway, there we go. Stick on some little clouds, and there you go. That's card number 1 finished. Fab. Okay, while you are finishing that one up, let's have a raffle ticket, shall we? So even if you're not crafting, dig out your little bag so that you know what number your raffle ticket is. I have still got raffle tickets from January's card club that are unclaimed. So if you've not watched January's card club replay and you bought a kit, please go and look at it, because I keep the previous month's raffle tickets until the end of the following month. So January card club raffle tickets are still valid until the end of this month. And then I shall put those prizes back in for another draw. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance to look, please have a look and see if you might have won something. Okie dokie. Right, let's have that middle one there of all these folded up ones. Okay, so raffle prize number 1 is number 432. Who has got 432? If that's your number, give me a shout. Because I would like to offer you one of these amazing and awesome prizes. One of the Awesome Otters stamp set, or some subtle shimmer sequins, which are white and silver and opaque colours, or a pack of the Simply Marvellous papers, which has 48 individual papers in there. Amber, it's you! Fantastic. Okay, Amber, which do you want? Do you want the Simply Marvellous papers? Do you want the subtle shimmer sequins? I think you've already got the Awesome Otters, but I might be wrong. So tell me what you want and I will stick your name on it and it will be yours. Let's find a bit of tape. And also, Amber, I should tell you, your Real Red ink refill arrived this week as well. So I've got that ready to give to you. Anybody, can you show me the sequins? Yeah, they're different sizes. So they're small, medium and large. They are silver and like a creamy, opaque white colour. They're really pretty, actually. I've used them on quite a lot of projects. Yeah, so anybody who's signed up for Coffee Club on the 11th of March, packs are ready for collection. So if somebody from Stamford would like to arrange to come over and get the packs for Stamford, that'd be great. The postal ones probably be going in the post probably next week, actually, probably on Monday, but they are here ready to go. I just probably won't get to the post office until Monday, I don't think. So, right, Amber, is it going to be Simply Marvellous or the sequins or the otters? Which would you prefer? What have we got? Have to wait while the comments come up. Takes a while. Okay, while you are deciding, I'll put these two ones. Oh, have otters and similar sequins. And so draw again. Oh, are you sure? That's very kind of you. Very generous. Thank you very much. Right, well, we'll draw it again then. We'll draw it again. Okay. We will have number 421. Who's number 421? Number 421. That is very generous. Thank you, Amber. If you're 421, shout now. And tell me what you would like of those prizes. And in the meantime, if you've not got 421, let's put our Rainbow Cloud card to one side and we will move on to card number 2, which is going to be the lovely cute ladybird. So let me find the pile, from your pile of kits. Oh, it's Mum, brilliant Mum. Okay, oh, you were only saying the other day on one for ages, that's cool. Okay, so what would you like? Would you like the sequins, the Awesome Otters, or the Simply Marvellous papers? Your choice. Let's get a bit of tape. Yeah, so you're going to need, from your pile of card making goodies that I have sent you, 3 things. Again, you're going to need your base card, which is white. You're going to need I've remembered what it's called Stitched Greenery, your Stitched Greenery die cut green piece, and your white stitched rectangle, which we're going to stamp on. So those are the 3 things that you're going to need. Okay, and you're going to need, obviously, if you're crafting along, you're going to need your stamps and your ink. We'll get to the ladybird at the end. We'll go with the ladybird towards the end. Can you see them again? Yes, you can. Simply Marvellous papers, which is in the Saleabration. In fact, a couple of these are from the Saleabration. Those papers, Simply Marvellous papers from Saleabration, or the Awesome Otters stamp set. So there you go, some examples of Awesome Otters, and they are red rubber. This stamp set is a red rubber stamp set. Or the sequins. So these are silver and opaque, creamy, opaque-y, whitey kind of colour. So just let me know which one you would like. I'll put those to one side. And I'll show you the stamp set that we're going to be using. So I'm going to be using this stamp set, which is called Hello Ladybug. Ladybug because it's an American company stamping up. Otters, please. Otters are yours. There you go. Otters are yours. Fabulous. Okay, so we'll draw some more raffle tickets in a moment. Okay, yes, I'm going to be using the Hello Ladybug stamp set, which we did use in Coffee Club in January. And yeah, it's a cute little set actually. Loads of stamps, loads of individual stamps in here. The punch that comes with the set punches out the body and the wings of the ladybug, but also as you've got in your pack, you can punch them out without the stamped image. You can punch them out of plain cardstock. So the punch on its own will also work. Then you get some little flowers and dots and spots and stuff. You get a little running along cute cartoon ladybird. And you also get the daisy, and the daisy is the same size as the small daisy punch. So if you've got the small daisy punch, that coordinates with that. And the leaf, whilst it is a leaf that has got wiggly edges, is really easy to cut out because you don't need to do the wiggly edges. Hello Louise, hi, lovely that you could join us. Okay, so yeah, so you've got all of those in the Ladybird set, and I know after Coffee Club quite a few of you immediately emailed me and said, oh, I'm buying the Ladybug, I'm buying the Ladybug, because it is an awesome set, it really is. Okay, so let's do the stamping first, and then we'll assemble all the bits of the card afterwards. So you want your white stitched rectangle, and whatever you're going to use for your leaves and for your flowers. So I am going to use this enormous leaf. If I can find what I did with them. There it is, with my block. Put it right there. Really easy. And then forgot where I put it. And I am going to use garden green for the leaves. So I'm just gonna create my scene, if you like, with the stamps that my ladybird is going to sit on. So if I bring the card in so I can show you, I've got leaf coming out of the corner here and one just going off to the opposite diagonal corner. But you don't have to be too precise about this. I've managed to get ink on my finger, that's a good start. Yeah, you don't have to be too precise about this. It doesn't really matter too much because you're going to position your ladybird over the top of the leaf anyway. So also great if you if your stamping goes a bit awry or you smudge it a bit or anything like that, you can then stick your ladybird on the top and it will cover up all evils. So it's all good, really. So I'm just putting a couple of leaves, leaving a gap in the middle because I want to put my sentiment through the middle. So I am leaving a gap through the middle of my leaves. So that's it, just 2 leaves is all I've done, but depending on what stamp set you're using. Oh, hi Morgan, hi, lovely that you can join us. Yeah, depending on what stamp set you're using, you might want more leaves than I've put in mine, but I just want the 2. So, just my stamps in. I've got all the acetate is stuck to my stamps, so I'll just get rid of that for a minute. Right, there we go. My ladybird has come off. There we are. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sentiment through the middle. So the sentiments in this set are: may your greatest wish come true, my friend, hello, it's a good day, you can bug me anytime. So I think we will have, let me see, let's have it's a good day, I think, this time. So I'm going to stick that one through the middle of my leaves. I'm going to get rid of my green ink pad before disaster befalls me and I get ink everywhere. And to tie in with the red ladybird, I'm using real red for my sentiment. Now, here's a trick for you, a top tip. If you want to make sure that your sentiment is in a straight line when you stamp it using a photopolymer stamp, put it face down, just lightly onto the card, onto your surface that you're working on, and then put your block over the top and attach it that way, rather than trying to attach it directly to the block. Because when you try to attach it to the block, that's often when the wiggling occurs. So, no, can I line it up? That's the question. No, it's on the slant. Never mind. So lovely straight line, but it's going downhill. Never mind. The ladybird will detract from that, I'm quite sure. Okay, so now I'm going to add the finishing touches to my stamped bit, which is the flowers. I always think if a card doesn't have a little slight blemish on it, then it doesn't look homemade, does it? It's all about the bespoke finish, I feel. So again, I'm just going off the edge with my flowers, just to give that kind of continuous image effect. And just to draw the sides of the image together and the picture, so it kind of brings the observer's view into the central part of the card. So there's just one more bit of stamping to do if you've got this set, which I know some of you have. And the last bit of stamping to do is to stamp the black dots on the wings of your ladybird. So you're going to need to delve into your packet of goodies at this point for your ladybird and your ladybird's wings. There we go. So just, you should have 2 parts, a black body and then your red ladybird wings. I'm just going to get a black ink pad. Bear with me a minute. Don't ask me why, but I didn't have the black ink pad out. There we go. What colour is the green card? It is garden green. Is the green card, Amber? Really strong green. I don't know if Susie is on with us, but I know Susie's a massive fan of greens. I'm thinking this possibly is one of your favourites, Susie, if you're on here, because it is a lovely strong green. Okay, so I'm just going to take the wings separately and just add my spots to the wings. There we go. Obviously, if you don't have spots, a spotty stamp, you could draw them on. You could even just leave it blank with no spots on if you wanted to. Completely up to you. Black ink there before I get that everywhere. Okay, so you've now got all the components of your card ready to go. You've got your layers and your ladybird. So we could make up our ladybird next. That might be a good thing to do. So I am going to take, if I can find where I've put it, my bone folder. If I can find where I put it, she says. I don't know, there it is, it's snuck down the side. So I'm going to take my bone folder to give these wings a little bit of shape. And we did this one in Coffee Club as well, and really helped kind of lift the ladybird. So I'm just going to give my wings a little bit of a curl, just like I'm curling ribbon at Christmas. And then I'm going to stick the pad, the 3D pad, on the back of my wings, and stick that to the body so that it just lifts the wings a little bit from the body. Now you don't have to do this. On my original card, I stuck the wings flat down onto the body of the ladybird, but I'm just going to show you an alternative to this, and that's just using the 3D pad to just give your wings that little bit of lift off your card, and you just line up the top of your wings with kind of the shoulders, if you like, of the ladybird. There you go. So just give your ladybird that little bit of lift. And then I'm going to put some 3D pads on the back of the ladybird to give that a bit of height off of my leaves as well. I'm not going to stick it on yet, so I'm not going to peel the backing off yet because I want to get the rest of the card all kind of lined up first. Ladybirds need spots, says Amber. I kind of tend to agree. And do you know what? It's really funny, actually. I should share our conversation, Amber. After Coffee Club, earlier this month, excuse me, Amber and I had an entire conversation about ladybirds and spots, and she sent me loads of brilliant images of the research that she'd done of the different varieties and kinds and colours of ladybirds. It was a very interesting discussion, let me tell you. We felt quite, well, yeah, what are insectologists called? I don't know. I know they've got a formal name, but I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, that was us, Amber and I. We were like David Attenborough, weren't we? Okay. Right, so your white card base, fold it over and give it a crease. Educated, we were educated. You educated me, definitely. Right, okay, so fold over and crease your white card base, and then you're going to need to stick something on the back of your stitched greenery layer, to be able to stick that to your card. Now I can't get my 3D pads back in the box. There we go. So I'm going to use tear and tape for this, because I do find that if you're sticking cardstock to cardstock, you tend to need something a little bit more robust when you've got the added complication of a bit of die cutting in it. Because as you can see, although it doesn't go all the way through, it kind of does go all the way through, because you've got that impression and that the tiny holes on the back. So to just give it that kind of robust nature, I'm using tear and tape, which generally I'd only use for sort of 3D projects, but I do think it needs it in this case. But you can, you know, use whatever is your normal adhesive that you like to use, really, whatever your preference is. I know lots of people out there are wet glue only people, and that's absolutely fine. I made Darren's birthday card earlier on while he was at work, and I didn't have a lot of time to make it, but I really wanted to make him a special card, a fancy card, fancy fold. So I've stuck all the layers with normal seal, stamping seal, the tape runner like that, which is what I tend to like to use. And now I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that it all stays together before next Wednesday when it's his birthday and doesn't all come apart. Anyway, okay, so, and that's just because there's a lot of layers on there, and normally I would use a more robust 3D glue. Okay, so you're sticking your stitched greenery layer to the front of your white card. That was not very straight, Jenny, but never mind. And then you're going to add your stamped layer. That really wasn't very straight, never mind. Next you're going to add your stamped, your stitched stamped layer. You can hear the cat crying outside the kitchen door because I shut the kitchen door so I wouldn't be interrupted. And so instead of that, she's howling outside the kitchen door like a dog, honestly. Nobody here to let her in, so she'll just have to whine. And that's going in the middle of my card. And then I'm going to peel off those 3D pads from the back of the ladybird finally and stick my ladybird on the leaf. So I'm just going to go slightly over the leaf and slightly over the flowers. There we go. So apart from the wonkiness of this one, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer all flat down or with lots of dimension? Which one do you like best? Actually, I don't know if you can see them well. I'll hold them up so you can see the difference. Like I say, ignore the wonkiness of this one. It's quite difficult to do when you're on camera because my hands are a long way from my body, if that makes sense, because I have to stretch across the table to be able to get underneath the camera stand. Anyway, hopefully yours looks lovely and straight. And that is card number 2 finished. Right, let me just have a quick slurp of my tea while people are catching up. Oh, what have we got? We've got, looks much the same on camera, but generally prefer 3D, says Amber, and Liz says she likes the one with dimension too. Yeah, I think I like the I like the ladybird with dimension particularly. I really like the wings with that added bit of structure to them. I liked that when we did it in Coffee Club, and I really like it on this one as well. It's just, I don't know, it just adds something for me. Okay. Let me just put away my stamp set so that you don't lose any bits of that. So that was the Hello Ladybug, and the ladybird was punched using the matching punch that comes with that set. Okay. So saying while people are catching up, let's have another raffle ticket, shall we? So we've got Simply Marvellous papers and the sequins. So let's have that one that's hiding at the back there. 428. Who's got number 428? Shout now if that is your ticket. And I will give you a prize. So number 428, who's got 428? Give me a shout if that is your ticket. I'm keen to give it away. Mm-hmm. Just getting all the glue off my bone folder as well. Nobody want to claim 428? No, if not, I will stick it on my camera stand and we'll see if anybody claims it by the end. And if not, then I will choose a prize for them. Okay, let's put those to one side. So our third card tonight, we'll get rid of our ladybirds. Oh, I should really probably pause for a moment. How is everybody doing? Are you keeping up? Everybody that's crafting, if you're still with me, then give me a thumbs up. Amber says she would love to, but you know that hers was 432. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sure I can find something in the cupboard for you though that you don't have. Don't worry. So yeah, so if you are ready to move on and you're keeping up, give me some thumbs up. Thank you. Whoever just gave me some thumbs up, that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Fab. Okay. Good stuff. I feel like I'm rattling through a bit tonight, so apologies. Tell me to slow down if I'm going too fast. Okay, let's find all the bits for, actually, let's first of all, okay. So this card is from the suite called Flowering Fields. So it's also on the front of the mini catalogue, and I'm going to show you two other cards using this suite that I have made because I'm particularly proud of them and because I think they're just lovely. So, so the first one that I'm going to show you is the card, pretty much my interpretation of the card from the front of the catalogue. So that's this one. Yeah. I really love this card actually. I really enjoyed making it. All the die cut little bits of fence and everything come out of their frames so easily. Yeah, just the papers are absolutely beautiful. This sky background is one of the papers. It's one of the reverse sides of the papers with the flowers on. So yeah, it was lovely. It was a joy to make that card. And the other one that I've made that you will have seen, I'm sure, is my fold flat pop-up. I can't even remember what this card is called. We made this card with the penguins and the polar bears at Christmas, this technique. And I just had to make another one because I just really enjoyed making it. It's really easy card to do, but it looks lovely and really fancy. And look, the sails turn round on the windmill. How cool is that? Yeah, so I love this card. Oh, Dee's got 428. Fabulous. Wonderful. Right, Dee, what would you like? Do you want the Simply Marvellous papers or the sequin gems? Which would you prefer? Let me know. Yeah, so, and I love the fact that this card is all oranges, and oranges are not the kind of colour that I would generally choose when I'm making cards, but this just shouts springtime at me, so that's why I love this card so much. So yeah, two others that I just thought I would show you. You'd like the papers, brilliant, okay. I would really like to run a daffodil. I would really like to run a windmill workshop if anybody would like to do that workshop with me, and we can make both of those other cards that I've just shown you, the pop-up one and the one with the lovely scene. So it would have to be an in-person workshop, I'm afraid, because cutting out the windmills for Card Club was, well, yeah, I'd had enough by the end, put it that way. So I would really love to run a workshop with the windmills, but it would have to be an in-person one. So if you're interested in that, do let me know. I'm just going to try and find the windmills in here. Where are they? So I can show you the other bits of the suite. Come on, I know you're in here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So let's go to the suite page. So this is the suite itself. It's called Flowering Fields, and it's on page 14, 15, 16 and 17, because there's loads of bits to this from the mini catalogue. So you've got loads of ideas first off, and then you've got you've got there's two bundles. So you've got stamps and dies. So one is all focused on kind of making up quite large tulips. Love the windmill, says Marion. Yeah, I do too, because it's something completely different that we haven't had before. That's mainly why I love it. And I think it's, again, you could do men cards, women cards, you know, get wells, happy birthdays, all kinds of stuff with this. So yeah, the first bundle is the tulips, and the second bundle is really focused on the windmill. You get a stamp of a little windmill and a die cut, and then the bigger windmill is completely a die cut with the sails and everything. You get clouds, you get the little bike, and the little hedges and stuff. So it's really cool. You also get there's some beautiful ribbon that comes with this suite, which I think we used last month actually, and I have more plans for that later. Very sweet brushed brass butterflies, which I already people have been grabbing these and adding them to their shopping list, because they are just stunning. Carol says her coffee and cards. Carol's a demonstrator as well, and her coffee and cards on Tuesday was windmills, and the ladies loved it. Yeah, I do. And the papers are absolutely stunning. They really, really are. I think the papers are a must-have for me. They're just lovely, unique, really unique. And then on the next two pages, you've also got, lots of project examples, see the stamps and stuff in more detail. And then you've also got, you can barely see them here, but this suite also comes with the brads. So you've got a pack of round and square brads, and you've got a brad in your little bag of goodies, because that is what we're going to use to make up our windmill today. So that's where it comes from. So let's get all the bits that we need to make this card up. So you are going to need the grey card base, which is grey granite, I think. You're going to need your tulips paper, your sails for your windmill. You're going to need a little bit of vellum, which is in your kit, and then you are going to need some bits and pieces from your bag of goodies. So you are going to need, if I can open my bag of goodies again, from my little bag, you're going to need the two pieces to make up your windmill. So you've got the grey piece that gives you all the detail, and then you've got the white piece that is behind the detail, the base. You've got a little red bicycle, and you have a brad. So a brad that looks like that, or a split pin. If you're watching this from overseas, lots of people call them split pins. So that might be what you're more familiar than looking for. Okay, so those are the bits that we are going to need. Let's make up the windmill first. So you're going to need the 4 pieces to the windmill first. So let's just put the rest of the card to the bits and pieces to one side. So you're going to need the base of the windmill, which is the white, which is the background piece. And you're going to need the detail of the windmill building, which is the grey piece. Now, this is where I have been really lovely to you. You have a peel off sticky backing on your windmill. All you need to do is peel it off, and with any luck, if you're luckier than me, some of your detail bits will fall out, because if they don't, you just need to pop those bits out like this. And the only problem with this is that they will stick to you, because I have already put the sticky backing on there for you. This just makes it, this is our adhesive sheets, I think it's called, sticky adhesive sheets. Marion, you'll tell me if that's the right terminology, because I know you like these as well. These are fantastic for adding glue to detailed dies and detailed like letters, numbers, and anything like this, where the lines in between the holes, if you like, are too small to put glue on. Because if I was putting glue on these, I would make a right mess. And so to avoid making a right mess, you add an adhesive sheet backing to the card before you die cut it. And then what it does is it turns your cardstock into a sticker sheet, essentially. See what I'm getting at? I'm getting covered in all these little bits. I mean, they come out really easily because the die is cut out just really simply, really defined. But it just takes a minute to pick out all the inside bits. This is the worst bit, but you might be really lucky because I've done this before with, you know, I've made obviously several of the windmill cards now, and sometimes I peel off the adhesive backing and all the little bits come out straight away, which is fantastic because that's absolutely no effort on my part then, which I like a lot. So it just takes a minute to get all these bits out. But yeah, so that's kind of part of the technique or the tip I wanted to share with you really tonight, is that the adhesive backed sheets are amazing. They're really, and they last for ages as well. So I have got a packet that I use in the cupboard, and I've had that packet for well over a year, because you get a lot of sheets in the pack. I'm trying to push out something that actually isn't a bit that you push out, so that's not helpful either. Yeah, so they last for absolutely ages. And you don't, as you will see from the back of my windmill, you don't need to cover the entire surface. You can get away with just covering a bit of it with this adhesive sheet. You know, in the exact same way that you wouldn't cover everything that you do with a bit of glue. So, yeah, there you go. Right, okay, once you've managed to get all the little bits out, you then just need to line it up with the top of the base of the windmill and stick it on, because it's a sticker. So you're just literally layering one over the top of the other and stick it down. And there you go, it's done. All intact and perfect. And now I'm just covered in little sticky bits. So just bear with me a minute while I get rid of all these bits of sticky, because I don't want these bits to then stick to the rest of my card. So let's just get rid of those into the bin a minute. The other way you can do it is obviously using the dye brush. I know some of you have already got the dye brush. That would be a way to go as well, but don't use the dye brush once you've peeled off the adhesive backing. There you go, Marion saying she's still using the adhesive sheets that she bought years ago. They last forever, honestly, they're just fantastic. There we go, okay. So you've now, once you've got your front of your windmill stuck to the base of your windmill, you're left with 3 pieces. So you've got your sails, and you've got your brad, and you've got your windmill building. So next thing I'm going to do is pop out all the little bits from the sails, which again, you could use, there's no adhesive backing on this one, so you could use the dye brush if you wanted to, or you could just gently go through it with your fingernail like I'm doing. And just pop out bits. Personally, I actually think these sails look quite cool with a few of these little bits left in them, actually. I don't think you need to pop out every single one of these, because I think it looks quite good with a few of them still left in. So I might leave a few in mine this time. I don't think you do need to take every one out. It looks a bit more, I don't know, authentic, is that the word? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, as I haven't been to Holland for a very long time, I don't think. I think the last time I went to Holland might have been when I was at school, in fact. Anyway, there we go. So I'm just going to get out as many as I can of these. The ones that are kind of obviously falling out, I'm going to take out. The ones that need a bit more effort, I'm not going to bother with. There we go, that one there. Okay. Once you've got out as many bits as you want to get out, you then are going to need to join these all together using the split pin. So the split pin goes through, the brad goes, you put both spokes of the brad through the hole on the front of the sails. and just turn it over and leave that for a moment, because you will then see, you can see the hole in your windmill building where the brad needs to go, but the base card doesn't have a hole in it. So I'm going to use my pokey tool, or you could use a pin or a needle or whatever. I'm going to use my pokey tool and just poke a hole through that card. So literally just through where the existing hole is in the grey card, in the detail part of the building. Just poke a hole straight through the white card in the same place. And then I'm going to add my sails by pushing both of the pieces of the brad through, and then turn the windmill over. You do not have to split the pins if you don't want to. You can, but you don't have to. If that doesn't work for your windmill, because it would mean that one of the legs would show, then just bend them both over in the same direction. You don't need to stick them or anything like that. They will just stay put like that. Okay. Just going to hold that up to the camera so you can see what I've done. There we go. So I haven't separated them. I've just bent them over in the same direction. And then your windmill, if you turn it back over, should now be complete. If you've not done it up too tightly, your sails will go round. I've just done this one up quite tightly because I do want it to stick to the card quite firmly. Okay, so once you've done your windmill, put that to one side, get that out of the way. We don't need the bicycle just yet. We need all the base card layers next. So we're going to start by folding and creasing the base card as usual. I can line it up. There we go. Fold over and crease your base layer. And you're going to add your tulips first. So just flat down with normal, I'm going to use Stampin' Seal. Flat down onto the card. And you can see actually from the back of your tulip card, that's where the cloud pattern came from on that other card I showed you just now. So make sure you've got your tulips the right way up when you put them on your card front. Stick that flat down to the card front. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to work out where your windmill is likely to go over the top of your vellum. And that is where on the back of your vellum you're going to stick your glue, because vellum shows glue through it. You don't want that, obviously. You don't want a big blob of glue showing behind your windmill. We don't want that. So I know that I need to put the glue behind my windmill, kind of in the middle of my vellum, but the bottom half of the vellum. So that's where I'm going to stick a bit of tape, couple of strokes, and then I'm going to shove my vellum in and stick my vellum down in the middle of my tulips. Now hopefully you can see the tape lines coming through the vellum, and that's why it's important that you make sure when you're, I don't know if you can see that actually, I'm just looking on the, I know you can a little bit on the camera, when you're using vellum at all, any kind of vellum on any card, any project, you need to make sure that you're going to cover up your glue with something else. Or the alternative is you can use brads to stick your vellum, to adhere your vellum to the rest of your project. That's the alternative, okay? But whatever way you're going to do it, you need to make sure that your glue marks are covered up. Okay, so at this stage you are going to have a bit of kind of curly corners on your vellum because it's not completely stuck down all the way over, and that's absolutely fine. Next thing to do is to peel off the backing. If there is backing, did I put backing on these? I might not have put backing on the white. I might need you to put glue on the white. No, I think, no, there's no glue on the back of the white. So next thing you're going to need to do is stick some glue on the back of your windmill and put that in place. Could have used self-adhesive sheets. I was obviously done with the stickiness at that point. So I'm putting glue all over the building, and I'm going to put a little bit on the edges of the sails as well. And this only a little bit because this is going to help my sails to stick to the vellum, but they will be covered up by the sails. Obviously the glue will be covered up by the sails. And that will also kind of keep everything in one place so it's not moving around. And then I'm just going to stick it down on the vellum. If you're using wet glue, you are just going to need to hold things for a few seconds to allow it to kind of take on the vellum, if you know what I mean, because it might not take straight away with wet glue. You just need to be a bit patient with it and just hold it for a few seconds and just let it kind of merge together there. Okay. How is everybody getting on? Those of you who are crafting along, how is your windmill? Is it okay? Has anybody pulled their sails off yet, or have you got sails intact at the moment? Hopefully it's all good. Once you've got your windmill and your sails stuck in place, the last thing to do is to peel off your bicycle from, I did put sticky on the back of the bicycle, and adhere your bicycle to your scene. So I'm going to try and see if I can get some of these bits. All going well, says Liz. Sails are quite fragile, yeah. So top tip for the sails, if you're really desperate for your sails to go round, you really want your sails to be in motion, so to speak, then you can cut two double sails and stick them together. Again, using the self-adhesive sheet will be perfect for that. There we go. Look, see, it worked on the bicycle. As I peeled off the backing, the space in between the spokes on the bicycle wheels just comes straight out. Look. Why didn't it do that on my windmill? I don't know. Never mind. There we go. So I've got nearly all of. And the bicycle is a little fragile thing as well, so just be careful. Yeah, got nearly all of my bits of spare card. There we go. Got nearly all my bits off my bicycle. Look, hardly any left. And then I've just put my bicycle kind of propped up outside the windmill. So it's kind of covering over lots of different elements. It's on top of the windmill, it's on top of the vellum, it's over the edge of the vellum on top of my tulip card paper as well. Sally's still crafting, cool, that's good. Good. Everybody is doing brilliantly tonight, that's good. Wonderful, okay. You want a recycling bin like mine? Haha, it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I love my recycling bin, must admit. I can't even remember where I got it from now, pound shop or something. Nowhere very fancy. I've got lots of little bits and pieces actually. I've got a shopping basket, and I'll show you my other bins, Amber, because you joined me when I was already online in lockdown, didn't you? For those of you who used to come to face-to-face crafting, in-person crafting before, I've also got my little garden trugs. That's what I use when I do in person, you know, everybody around the table workshops, is my little garden trugs as bins as well. I think they came from the pound shop as well. But yeah, I've got little shopping basket, shopping trolley, all kinds of little things for for keeping my stationery goodies in and rubbish and stuff. There we go. Okay, so that's card number 3. All done and dusted. I'm going to put those to one side and get my final raffle ticket out. And don't forget, if you love the windmill and you'd like to have a go at making some more windmill cards, please let me know, because if I know who wants to do it, then I can try and work dates and times and everything around the people who are happy to do a bit of in-person and are keen on the subject matter, so windmills in this occasion, and tulips and such like. Yeah, that would be really cool. Okay, right then, let's have a raffle ticket. 422. 422. Who is 422? Because you have won the lovely sequins, which I have to say are going to be an invaluable add to your crafting stash, because I use mine all the time. All the time. Anytime I've got a project that I think needs a bit of bling and I think, I don't know what bling to put on this, I don't know what matches with this, get the sequins out every time. It's a win-win. So who's 422, and I can put your name on it. Quick slurp of my tea. Just hang on. My video is very behind, so I will, no, it's just done a big jump, so maybe we've caught up now. So yeah, if you're number 422, please let me know, and then I can assign you the sequins. Okay. While that's happening, I will just very quickly show you how to make the hugs card. Okay, let's move those out of the way. Move the sequins out of the way. There we go. Okay, so the hugs card is going to take, obviously, your last card base and your piece of marbled paper. You might have a purple piece like I've got. You might have a blue piece, as in my example. You're going to stick your marbled card either way round, whichever you prefer, to your card base. You're going to need to, and this one isn't on self-adhesive, I'm afraid, you're going to need to take out all the little bits in your hugs label, and you're going to stick that on top of, directly on top, all flat on top of your marbled paper. You can put, the reason I haven't got sticky back on this one is because the hugs, the actual letters, are big enough that you can stick glue behind those, wet glue, and it can go flat down on your card base. And then in your little bag, goodness knows what we're going to do when nobody has lateral flow tests anymore and I don't have any plastic bags to put my bits and pieces for card club in. Anyway, we'll worry about that when it happens. So yeah, once you've stuck all that down, you're then going to just stick your letters, pop your letters out of your bit of paper, and you're going to stick your letters for your hugs on top. So you'll either have purple letters to go with your purple card base, or you'll have blue letters to go with your blue card paper. Buy them on Amazon. Oh, wow. Yeah, I could buy them on Amazon, but I might have to put the cost of Card Club up then. I don't want to do that, really. I'll keep recycling for the time being. Anyway, so that's how you make your hugs card. And then I've added a bit of bling. I've got some leftover pastel pearls that are sort of the right colour, so I've just added a couple of those on top, but you can add whatever you like, obviously, on top, whatever you want to, and that's card number 4. Okie dokie, right, that is all of our cards made for tonight. I'm just going to turn the camera back around. Hello. Let's go back a bit. I don't think you want to look up my nose. Okay, so I really hope that you've had a good time tonight. I hope you've made some lovely projects. I hope you like the projects that you've made. Don't forget the video stays in the Facebook page forever, so you can, if you've decided to give up halfway through or you didn't want to craft along at the same time, all of that is completely acceptable, and obviously you can go away and have a break and come back to it any other time you want to. And thank you, Dee. You can pause, rewind, look at a project again if you want to remake it or whatever. It's completely up to you. Okay, so a couple of quick reminders before we go. Raffle prizes. Please let me know if you want to claim a raffle prize from January's card club, and we've still got number 422 from tonight as well. So if you're number 422, that is the unclaimed raffle prize from tonight. So please let me know. You've got until the end of March to let me know if that one is yours. Don't forget to, as usual, post photographs of your makes. I'll put a post in the Facebook page in a moment with photos of my cards. Please share photos in the comments section underneath. Love to see what you've been making. I love to see it when people have done their own kind of twist on my designs. Use different stamp sets, use different bling, whatever, that would be great. And if you can post your photos before Sunday evening, then we will do another raffle prize draw, Evelyn and I, on Sunday night. That would be lovely. And also the order draw for February. I might hold off on that one actually, because we've obviously got, another week to go yet until the end of Saleabration and the end of February. So I think we probably won't do the order draw until the following Sunday, if that makes sense. The 28th or whatever it'll be. 27th, I think. So Saleabration is still going all of next week. So if you've liked what you've seen tonight, please go into my store and order it. If you use February's host code, which will be in any of the emails I've sent you, and also on the Facebook page, if you scroll back through the posts, there'll be a big post with February's host code in it. Then that would be brilliant. There will be a link coming up in the Facebook page as well, and in the email tomorrow, to all the products that we've used tonight. So if you can't remember what it was, you can just click on the link and it will take you straight to the list of products so you can see what it was that we used. That's always the case if you're ever looking for things. The links that I send out just give you the list of what we used on the night. And obviously if you're ordering online, you will get an extra freebie from me as well to say thank you. So I've got, as I've said before, I've got 2 workshops that I'd really like to do going forward. I'd really like to do the windmill workshop, and I'd like to make that I've got another card that I'd like to make, which is a triangular, like a pyramid card as well, that I'd like to do with the windmills. So if you're up for that and you're happy to do a bit of face-to-face crafting, then do let me know. Oh, Marion's already looking at the windmill dies. they are beautiful actually, and just different. So if you'd like to do some windmill card making, let me know. That would be terrific. And then I can kind of make sure that I accommodate people's availability and stuff for a workshop. And the other thing I'd really like to do, I don't know if you can see this one up here, this card, in fact let me show it to you. This card is from a suite in the new catalogue, which is called New Horizons. Da, da, da. And it's the basics of this suite is these really lovely kind of landscape papers, I guess you'd call it. But the landscape, they're the beautiful, beautiful landscapes, all watercolour. If you go on the actual Stampin' Up Facebook page, they show you on there how they made them, how the artists made them. Absolutely amazing. Such skill and talent in watercolour painting, really good. But anyway, what I would like to do is to do a workshop using these, because I don't know if you can see this, but you can stamp directly onto these watercolour papers and therefore create alternate scenes for them. And you've got kind of mountains, there's grasslands, there's sunsets, there's seascapes, there's all kinds in there, so real lovely variety. Yeah, I've got some new folds, fancy folds and different things that I'd like to do with those. So if you're interested in the New Horizons landscapes, again, let me know so that I can make sure that I book a workshop when, you know, people are available to be able to do it. Okay, all right, I think that's plenty enough for me. I need another cup of tea, and I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all here on Sunday night if you want to drop in for the raffle, and there'll be emails and stuff coming out over the next couple of days with all the other details in it. So thank you for joining me tonight. Take care. Bye then.